So you flip it over, stick it in the grooves, and then twist. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janae and this is Janai's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll be making one of my favorite go-to smoothies, and then I'll also be sharing my thoughts on various blenders and what my preferred blender of choice is. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, stay tuned. Alright, I'm back. So, as I mentioned before, I was going to give my take on various blenders that I own. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Vitamix. If you like smoothies and you go to smoothie shops, then typically you're going to see that they are using a Vitamix. My husband actually uses this more than I do. I've only used it a few times. It is a pretty versatile blender. You can make several things in here. I remember a while back I was getting so many videos on my For You page about this blender. But I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't work for me. Personally, I haven't mastered making my smoothie in this. The texture and the consistency just isn't to my liking. It's big and bulky, and for me, it's just not convenient. So when it comes to smoothies, I'm going to say that I personally don't care for the Vitamix. Sorry. Next is going to be Hamilton Beach. This is a pretty popular appliance brand. I've had this for many years, actually missing the top here, but other than that, it's in great condition. Now, I love this. I find that it is simple to use, and to me, it's more user-friendly and less bulky than this Vitamix. I typically only use this though when I am batch making my smoothies. I live in Florida. It's pretty hot here year-round, so my family and I, we have smoothies pretty often. So whenever everyone's in the mood for a smoothie, I'll pull this out. So this is my preferred blender when I am batch making smoothies. I'm gonna move these out the way because I'm going to get ready to make a smoothie in a second. Okay, now last but best, I saved the very best for last, is this Ninja blender. I have had this for a few years now. And y'all, I love it. This one is a 900 watt blender. You get the blade here plus 2 to-go cups with lids. Alright, so back to the Hamilton Beach just for a second. I like smoothies. I can have a smoothie honestly once a day, whether it's for breakfast, whether it's for a snack, or even as a meal replacement, right? So to pull out a blender and add all the ingredients and then pour the smoothie into a cup and then have to wash out the container plus wash out the cup, to me that's just too much. So that's where the Ninja works perfect for me. It's just perfect for a personal smoothie. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. The Vitamix is not for me. It's a little too bulky, and I haven't mastered the texture and consistency of a smoothie yet in here, so I don't use this one. Next is gonna be my Hamilton Beach blender. I've had this one for several years. It blends the smoothies perfectly in my opinion, but I pull this out every now and then when I am making smoothies for the entire family. I don't pull this out to make a personal smoothie for myself. And then lastly is the Ninja blender, which is my preferred blender of choice, simply because when I go to make my smoothie, without hesitation, I reach for this one first. Alright, so smoothies are pretty simple to make, but I just wanted to show you guys how I like to make mine. I'm gonna use the Ninja, and it comes with 2 different size cups. I believe this one is 24 ounces, and I'm gonna go with this one because I'm a little bit hungry. So it comes with the cup and the lid here. Now let's talk ingredients. I'm going in with bananas, mangoes, and berries. I pretty much like all things mixed berry when it comes to smoothies. I just happened to come across this Dole smoothie kit, and what I loved about it was that it had these pre-packaged bags, so you don't even have to measure it out. In addition to the fruit, I'll be adding in some peanut butter. This is actually homemade peanut butter. I recently learned how to make it. If you're curious, I'll link the video. I'm gonna add in some low-fat vanilla yogurt. The liquid I'll use is unsweetened vanilla almond milk and a little bit of agave. Sometimes when I have some apple juice or pineapple juice hanging around, I'll throw a splash of that in there as well, but I don't, so I'm only gonna be adding in the almond milk. All right, let's get started. Okay. I'm gonna add in about a cup of almond milk, well, about a cup and a half of almond milk. A splash of agave for additional sweetness. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of this peanut butter here. Just a tablespoon. A quarter cup of vanilla yogurt. And then this bag of frozen fruit. If you're curious, this is about 7 ounces of fruit. Now, these cups have a max fill line, so you don't want to go over that max fill line because it will overfill when you're blending it. Okay, so I take the blade, close it up here. I'm gonna give it a shake, just a little shake, because I got that peanut butter in there. A lot of times I use peanut butter powder, but I was out. Okay, now you flip it over, you stick it in the grooves here. You stick it in the grooves. So let me do that one more time. Okay, sorry. So you flip it over, stick it in the grooves, and then twist. And then I'm gonna turn it over. And just like that, it's done. Now I'll open it to see if all the fruit has been blended. But yeah, it's perfect. And it is done, right? And like I said, I can just drink my smoothie right out of this cup. I love it. You can also drink it with the lid on, but I prefer to use a straw. I find the Ninja to be a very practical blender to make personal smoothies out of. So once again, when it comes to making smoothies, the Ninja is gonna be my preferred blender of choice. Well, all right, you guys, that is it for today's video. If you like what you saw, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to check the description box for some information about the blenders. And then if you'd like to connect with me outside of the comment section, maybe you have a recipe for me to review or a product that you'd like me to check out, go ahead and send me an email to janaiskitchen@gmail.com. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.